6:48. Welcome back to the Valley Today, taking a live look this morning at the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. And we are learning more about President Donald Trump's new administration. Last night, Trump said he plans to nominate retired Marine General James Mattis for Defense Secretary. The decision was announced while Trump was on his victory tour at a rally in Cincinnati, Ohio last night. Also, some big news involving North Dakota U.S. Senator Heidi Heitkamp and a possible seat in the new Trump administration. Heitkamp is actually headed to New York today for a one-on-one meeting with the president-elect. Her term in the Senate is set to expire in 2018.
Hi again, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather all the way to the top of the hour. We're following a developing story for you this morning out of Fargo. One man is dead after the plane he was flying crashed south of town. The victim's name will be released a little later today. The crash happened yesterday afternoon near the Wild Rice River, south of 52nd Avenue South and east of I-29.
The FAA tells Valley News Live that the plane was a Cessna Model 340 and is believed to be owned by Weather Modification Incorporated of Fargo. Now, the 55-year-old pilot who was killed was alone on the plane. Officials say that he was attempting an emergency landing. The plane was then found in pieces and on fire.
He was alone in the plane at this point in time, and basically the plane became fully engulfed in flames, and he suffered fatal injuries because of the crash and of the fire.
The FAA will begin reconstructing the crash over the next couple of days. Investigators say the findings could take several months to a year.
Well, there are new developments in the battle over the Dakota Access Pipeline this morning. 2,000 military veterans are expected at the protest camp by Sunday as a Monday deadline approaches for thousands of protesters to get off land owned by the Army Corps of Engineers.
The vets are going there in support of protesters, but North Dakota veterans organizations are asking them not to come and are also asking local veterans not to be a part of it. The local group held a news conference yesterday to distance themselves from the group Veterans for Standing Rock. They say people have a right to protest peacefully, but they feel past protests at the construction site have been way out of line. We're also following new developments out of Tennessee, where crews are working to stop the spread of massive wildfires.
At least 11 people have been confirmed dead, and there are still others unaccounted for this morning. The inferno destroyed or damaged hundreds of homes in the resort towns of Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Some 14,000 people have had to be evacuated from that area.
It's now 6:51. Time for a check of weather and traffic on the ones, and we start with Lisa Green.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Not a bad day today. It will be cloudy, though, as you can see on our hourly planner for Fargo. Clouds across the board here. However, we may get a few peaks of sunshine here in the valley from time to time in the afternoon, but generally speaking, a cloudy day. Temperatures cool, too. We'll be in the mid-20s to start with some low 30s, and that's basically the case for everyone. Wind switches from a northerly direction to a westerly direction. You can see on our afternoon planner, temperatures again, upper 20s to some low 30s for highs. So not the warmest day or the brightest day in the world, but at least it's quiet. A few flurries potentially, but most areas dry. Temperatures right now in the low 20s to the east. We're at 22 in Baudette, 23 in Bemidji. Out to the west, generally in those 20s, mid-20s to upper 20s for us for this morning. And, of course, radar showing quiet conditions, a little snow activity in South Dakota. But everybody else on the quiet side here with wind speeds that are light, too, 5 to 15 miles per hour out of the north for most. And, again, that's going to be switching to a more westerly direction later tonight. And that will hopefully introduce some drier air for us today and into the day tomorrow. If you're going to be tailgating tomorrow, here's what you can expect to see. Starting in the morning hours, temperatures outside the Fargo Dome at 27 degrees around 10 o'clock. Wind in the teens. I think it might actually pick up a little bit into the afternoon hours. And as you're heading into the Fargo Dome for kickoff, we'll be into the mid-30s with some more sunshine mixed in with some clouds. That's for the NDSU game. And for you heading out to the Fighting Hawks game up at North, we're going to see temperatures around noon in that 30-degree range. A few more clouds for you, wind gusting into the teens at times. High temperatures in the afternoon. This is 3 o'clock. We'll be into the mid-30s, and by the time you're heading in for the game, they'll be starting to slide at that point later on in the evening hours. So not bad for everybody here in the forecast. Some low to mid 30s ahead for tomorrow, and then Sunday looking pretty good, except that chance for some snow. Overnight Saturday night into early Sunday, we'll get a break, and then the next system approaches Sunday night and into Monday with a chance for some rain and snow mix. Behind that, we really cool down, temperatures into the teens for your highs for midweek next week. Let's check in with Al.
No Christmas lights, but lots of headlights out here on the Metro Interstate Loop this morning. I-29 traffic has decidedly picked up. I still think it's off a little bit, but it's fairly active out there. We stalled vehicle southbound Interstate 29 just south of Main Avenue. Make sure you're looking out for that. Looks like a little S10 Chevrolet pickup. Interstate 94 traffic is most active westbound, eastbound not quite so much. Travel speeds are up there this morning. We're doing a good 60 to 65 miles an hour. Make sure you are driving extra carefully today and always. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
6:54 now. The North Dakota BCI and Department of Corrections officials are investigating after an incident at the Cass County Jail. Staff discovered an inmate lying on the floor of her cell during a routine check Wednesday morning.
The Cass County Sheriff's Office says 37-year-old Lisa Howell of West Fargo was found unresponsive. She was taken to a local hospital. She is still in the hospital at this time. There's no information on her condition. A Minnesota man is facing rape charges after allegedly luring a woman into his vehicle at Bemidji State University. 20-year-old Richard Erickson of Papuski is charged with third-degree sexual assault.
Police say Erickson, who is not a student at Bemidji State, walked into a dorm and asked if anyone wanted to smoke marijuana. The female victim left with Erickson and says that he gave her a drink that may have been drugged. The victim told police she was driven to a remote location north of Lake Bemidji and raped. Friends say that they later saw her stumbling out of Erickson's vehicle. If convicted, Erickson faces up to 15 years in prison.
It's Friday, and that means it's time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say David Anderson is wanted for a felony count of dealing in stolen property. You might recognize Anderson. We first told you about him last month. Fargo police say he is the prime suspect in a string of business burglaries in Fargo over the last 3 years. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Anderson.
People are remembering a somber anniversary in California today. It was 1 year ago that a married couple opened fire at a holiday party in San Bernardino, killing 14 and wounding 21 others. Syed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik were later killed in a shootout with police.
Today's anniversary will be marked with a number of events, starting with a memorial bike ride this morning and ending with a community gathering tonight. Thousands of football fans are getting geared up for this weekend's FCS playoff games.
Yeah, helping fans of NDSU get their latest gold and green gear before they head to the Dome this weekend is the Valley Today's Christy Larson. She's live at the NDSU bookstore and also hanging out with a former NDSU player this morning. Hi, Christy.
Well, good morning. I had to do a little shopping, so I'm first going to turn to Mary because you guys have a lot of new merchandise, great for gifts, maybe even buying for yourself this season. And it's really great, too, because you can order them online, see you guys at the Dome. You're everywhere.
That's right. We are everywhere. In the next day or so, we have a lot of new items in the store for every Bison fan. Also on our website, ndsubookstore.com, where we have a free shipping promotion until December 15th. Tomorrow we are selling in the East Lobby at the Dome starting at 10 a.m. and we'll have exclusive NCAA merchandise at 1 o'clock on the East Concourse.
And I love, too, that we're modeling, Luke and I are modeling some of the sneakers. You guys actually had ran out of them before, but now you got them back in stock. I think we might have to walk out of here in these, but tell me, Luke, you know, as a former player, this is a very exciting weekend, and I know that playoffs, adrenaline's going to be up. What are you hoping to see the team come out and do?
I hope the guys go up there and just play some hard-nosed, disciplined football, some good old Bison football, and earn another week, another opportunity to play another game, and just keep this train rolling.
You said it's almost like a second season when you guys go into playoffs.
Mm-hmm. It's super fun. You have your goals throughout the main season, and conference is always one of them, and they've achieved that, and now it's time for another title run, which is fun.
It's been a lot of fun, and I do have to say that I beat Luke in our arm wrestling. Well, we didn't actually, but I get the win this time around because, Kyle, you got the win for the cook-off, or dip-off. So he said, Christy, I'll give you this win this time.
Hey, listen, there's no giving away. I earned that dip-off victory.
I don't know about that. I know, we're so competitive, like months after the fact, we're still fighting. I'm sure. Can you imagine how much she's been giving him a hard time this morning for not picking her dip?
I kind of feel bad for him.
I kind of do too. Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thank you.
Well, as we've been telling you all week, this weekend's Bison game will be on ESPN3, so make sure you know where to find that ahead of time. Though leading you up to kickoff, we always have you covered right here on Valley News Live. Our Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show starts tomorrow at 1:30 on KVLY.
And didn't you say there are still some tickets available if you do want to go to the game?
When I checked about a half an hour ago, there were still tickets available online.
And Fargo, of course, won't be the only spot for playoff football in the state of North Dakota. The UND Fighting Hawks host their first ever FCS playoff game as well tomorrow. UND will take on the Richmond Spiders. The game starts at 5 at the Alara Center in Grand Forks. That game will also be broadcast on ESPN3.
Such a big, exciting weekend, and really great for the entire state of North Dakota, really the whole valley, to have 2 football teams in the FCS playoffs, and both ranked in the FCS playoffs as well.
Be a lot of celebrating, lots of tailgating and cheering going on tomorrow. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: more than 40% of us have this habit when we sit down for a meal.
The answer: we put salt on our food before we even taste it. I will say I am guilty of that sometimes. I'm trying to be better, though. You can take part in our question of the morning when we head to our Valley News Live Facebook page. Of course, you can join the conversation there throughout the day.
And you've been covering us for the tailgating forecast all morning, so that's like our #1 question. But
right.
Today, pretty nice too.
Yeah, today shouldn't be bad. You know, it's going to be a little cool, it's going to be a little gray, but at least it's quiet. Tomorrow, we'll get some sunshine for part of the day with temperatures a little warmer. Snow showers late, so I think tailgaters should be okay.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on.
Yeah, we'll see you on the Fargo CW in just 1 minute.